you can download and run an open source model directly on your computer. It is going to be local and offline, and in many ways it is faster than using traditional popular AI models like ChatGPT and Gemini because they're actually closed source. But if you run it offline, I mean locally on your computer, it's going to be naturally faster. And not to mention, you can upload a document and then you can have a chat with AI based on the content of the document. So one piece of software that you can use is called Jan.ai. I actually have made a video exactly about this tool, and you can actually check it out if you want to know how to install it. But basically you can use it as a UI to download various AI models like Gemma, Mistral, Llama, etc. And they're actually really good, and it's not requiring any powerful computer. In fact, there is one model that is only 300 megabytes, so even a low-end laptop can run it without any problem. Now, actually, I've been experimenting with this tool for quite a while, and there is one problem that I noticed. So even though there is a possibility or there is a feature that you can upload a document and then you can, have a chat based on the content of the document, it is always struggle, or actually not struggle, it's not able to read the content of the document. You can see here, I'm using Gemma 2, which is a pretty good model. It has 9 billion parameter, and it cannot read the content of the document that I provided. I have used multiple models before, and none of them actually able to read the document that I provided on this tool called Jan.ai. So I don't know why, and I think there is something wrong here, but I just couldn't point out which one is the problem. But basically, if you want to enable this upload feature, you have to, of course, you have to install the program first, and then you have to navigate to settings, advanced settings, and then enable experimental feature, and then you can, upload the document through this menu. So that doesn't work. I don't know why. So I decided to go and use a different software. And I found a tool that is similar to Jan, and it is called LM Studio. Now, it is actually a bit more complex than Jan.ai, but it's not that complex, and I would say still very, very easy to use. I have explained this on my previous video as well. And even though this is mostly used by developers, but there is a user-friendly mode that is not very complicated, and you can basically treat it as a typical ChatGPT or Gemini tool. So let me show you how you can use this tool to run an AI model locally on your computer, and how you can use it to upload a document and have a chat based on the content of the document. So first, let's navigate to lmstudio.ai. I'm going to leave the link in the video description, and after that you can download the software for your computer. And in this case, I actually have done downloading the software, so I'm going to just run the setup. The installation process is quite simple. There's nothing here to change. Just click next, install, and then just wait until it finishes. Now, while waiting for the installation process to finish, there are a few things that you need to know about LM Studio when you compare it to Jan.ai. So Jan.ai is mostly for end user. It's not for, hack people. It's for general population. And it's quite simple, and I actually appreciate that someone actually made something like this. But it is not offering the latest AI models. So a lot of times AI models in Jan.ai is actually a few months old compared to LM Studio. So LM Studio will actually give you more options, and not to mention, compared to Jan.ai, you can upload various file types. Right now on Jan.ai, you can only upload a PDF document, and that's it. You can upload docx or Excel or maybe a text file, only PDF, and it's not very good. It's very limited. But on LM Studio, you can definitely upload those options. Alright, now I'm still waiting for it to finish. Oh, there you go, it has finished. Let me just run LM Studio. Okay, so this is the user interface of LM Studio. It's quite simple. As I said, there is a user mode if you want to make it look simple. Just click that, and now it's a lot less complicated. But I'm going to enable power user first because I want to download the model. Now, if you want to download an open source AI model, you have to navigate to this menu that says Discover. And then here, I do recommend to enable best match because it will calculate what is the best model based on your system configuration. So according to this selection, at least I have several options. Of course, not all of them are compatible, but I have some good options. Like I could use Gemma, I could use DeepSeek, V4, Granite, and many others. So basically, you want to download one model that is appropriate for your system. But there are a few things that you need to know. So here you can see that there is this yellow eye icon. That means this model can receive image input. So you can upload a picture and then ask AI about what's in the picture, or maybe describing the picture. And remember, not every single one of them has this feature. So for example, let's try this model. I think it doesn't have that. Yeah. So Quen from Alibaba doesn't have vision feature. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And there is also another thing that you need to know. Not every model is going to be suitable for your computer. Just look at this warning. If you see this one, that means the model is just too big for your computer and you're not recommended to run it because it requires very strong GPU. But that's okay because even a smaller model is actually pretty good. So after you have found the model that is appropriate for your computer, you can just click the download button and then just wait until it finishes. Now, I'm not going to download a new model because I have a few already on my computer. So basically, after you're done downloading, you will actually see the process right here on the download section. And when it is done, you can navigate to My Models menu, and you'll see that there are several models available on my computer. And when you're done with the downloading process, you can go to the chat menu, and then you can click select model to load. I'm gonna go with Gemma 3 with 4 billion parameter. And by the way, Gemma 3 is not available on Jan.ai at the moment, so that's one thing from LM Studio. It's going to be more up to date. All right, now I'm going to upload the document. So let's click this icon. Okay, just click upload. And let's click this one. So this is AI news that I just got from Perplexity and I converted that into a text file. Let's click open. And I want to add something like, tell me something from this document. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that sometimes the model needs a few minutes to load depending on the size and also depending on the system configuration. So there's going to be a loading here, but apparently it is done. Now I'm going to just send the message and just wait until it finishes. You can see that there is this process. And there you go. So this is the answer. Microsoft is significantly expanding its security copilot platform with AI agents and blah, 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 blah. And there is some other info. But yeah, it is based on the document. And I can even upload a file, upload a photo if I want to. So let me give you one example here. Okay, let me click this button, add image, and let's see, there is this. Okay, let's try this cat picture. Can you describe this picture? Let me click send. Again, not every model is going to be able to see pictures. In this case, I'm using Gemma 3 with, even though it only has 4 billion parameter, it actually has vision capability. So it's quite impressive because usually vision capability used to be served by larger models, but now even smaller models have the vision capability. So that's quite impressive. Okay, so I'm sorry, but I cannot popularly request the text Uyo is not valid image description. I don't know why. But yeah, sometimes I found this problem. I actually saw many people complaining about the same issue, that sometimes AI, when you are using open source AI models, somehow it's just not able to read content from the document or from a picture properly or consistently. So I don't know why, but hopefully this is not something that common in your case. I hope this is going to be fixed in the near future. But anyway, that's basically how you can use an open source AI model using LM Studio and then upload a document and have a chat based on the content of the document. Now, if you found this video to be useful, then feel free to subscribe to this channel and I'll see you on my next video.